Welcome to another video. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be talking about how to feel worthy of love and money. Before we get into the video, I want to let you know that if you've been interested in working with me one-on-one, I'm temporarily offering a donation-based payment system, meaning that it is a $30 minimum payment. And if that's what you got, great. If you want to leave more, you can do it in the tip option below. And we'll work together to start to uncover, unravel whatever it is right now that is going on in your life so that you can start manifesting the thing you want to, not your current situation. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit that link below. And other than that, let's get back to the video. So how do you feel worthy of love and money? Well, basically, I'm going to deduce that if you are watching this video right now, you might have been having struggles or situations in which you don't feel worthy. And maybe you don't identify, or consciously it doesn't feel like that. You're like, yeah, I want love and money. But yet when I look into my life and I look in my outside world, I'm not seeing that expressed, right? And just to be clear, manifestation, if you're looking to manifest love or money in your life, manifestation is simply reflecting who it is you believe yourself to be at an unconscious, subconscious level, meaning that whatever it is in those subconscious beliefs, whatever you believe, that is what's being reflected. And a lot of times people are like, okay, I'm worthy of money, I'm worthy of love. It's not being reflected back. Why? I'm affirming that I'm abundant. I'm affirming that I radiate love and everyone around me, I'm drawing to them. They love me too. No, still not that. What is happening? You do not manifest from your conscious brain, you manifest from your subconscious. Now, using your conscious to look out into your life right now to see what's going on so you can get real and understand what beliefs that you really hold deep down to be true. You're not going to get a reflection in your life. You're not going to manifest who you want to be and how you want to be. You're going to manifest who right now you think you are, what you think you deserve right now. So what the hell does this mean in regards to how to feel worthy of love and money? Well, we got to see how it's blocking you, how it's getting in your way right now. Really, anything right now, every possible existence of you right now exists. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this, that your thoughts and feelings, which are fed off of your subconscious beliefs, your thoughts and feelings create basically the electromagnetic signature that you send out into the quantum field, and that selects your reality, right? You can also say, in one of my other videos, I use my glasses, basically that you have different wounds and views of yourself, and through those limited perceptions of you is how you see the world. Meaning you do not see the possibilities that basically show you, oh yeah, here you go. Here's abundance. But if you're looking for an opportunity subconsciously to align with I'm not valuable, I'm not worthy of love or money, you're going to find a situation outside of you because it's reflecting that, it's aligning with that. It's a perceptual bias to find that in the world, abandonment, lack, that sort of thing. And it was going to reflect it back to you, confirmation bias, meaning that you literally have filtered out, RAS, your reticular activating system, filtered out the opportunities that disprove what you believe to be true, and you're going to only be able to perceive of the outside world that aligns with you, meaning that you look outside and you're finding things that align with I'm not worthy of love, I'm not worthy of money. That is not all that is there. Right now, all you're able to perceive of and to see and to find basically continues to repeat this cycle. Look, see, I'm not worthy of it. Even though there could be another opportunity as you start to expand your awareness of yourself and seeing where you're manifesting from, starting to choose a new belief in the moment, that can literally blow your mind open to start to see different opportunities that are going to lead you to different experiences, different habits, or different choices, different habits, new thoughts, new emotions, new feelings, all the good stuff, right? So that's how powerful and why feeling worthy is so important. It's not about feeling it. It's about being convicted and believing that you are worthy, not at a conscious level, but at an unconscious level. Another way this manifests that I talk to a lot of people about is comparison. Look, see, they're doing that thing, so I must be not that great. Look, they are getting all the abundance and all the money, and there's not much left, so I'm not that. Separation, perpetual criticism of yourself and how you should be. All these things, again, are echoing that low value of yourself. unworthy. And those all basically come from a primary experience when you were younger and you gave yourself a meaning that you weren't that great, that an adult maybe said some things to you that were not very kind, that maybe they didn't even mean it negatively, but it hurt your feelings and it hurt you deeply. We're not blaming people, the adults at that time. We're just saying, okay, this person said this thing, they were my caretaker, and I thought it was true that I wasn't worthy. Because you know where the origin of worth comes from? Do you know where it comes from? Go ahead, talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a second. Anything? Maybe you've watched other of my videos and you've heard this before. So great if you screamed it at the screen. Basically, the origin of self-worth comes from when you're a child and you express in a vulnerable way a need. And that need is seen and respected and met, right? It's observed, it's given that validation. So a lot of times in childhood, that's not what happens, right? You might not even have had the opportunity to express a need. Maybe the adults in your life were so overwhelmed and you were having attuned to them, you were having to pay attention to what was going on with them. Chances are, if you're watching this video, that was what was happening. And you never even got to ask yourself what you needed. And maybe you did it, like, ugh, I can't even get to that now. I'm trying to connect here, and this is my only chance. If I abandon and avoid myself because I don't even have time. I want to connect. I want love. So you didn't even have a chance to have that opportunity to have your worth basically reflected back to you. If there was no validation for who you were, if that wasn't celebrated, if it wasn't seen, you're going to look for the outside validation in your life right now, which is going to basically most likely prove to you that you're not worth anything because you're looking outside, hoping and hoping that this person, this job, this boss, this opportunity, or even money will see you and they'll validate you and your existence to be good and worthy. And if you don't have those things, then you're actually not worthy. So you're waiting for that mirror to change the reflection so you see yourself differently. So you can see how it's a self-repeating cycle. It just keeps going on and on and on. You'll look out into the world based on those perceptual filters that you're not enough, that you're not worthy, and you'll find that truth, but it's not true. It's just your perceptual bias. Because of how you were raised, most likely, you didn't get that validation. You weren't celebrated for who you were, so you think basically you don't have worth. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. And so how do you feel worthy? Well, basically, it's been there the whole time, right? So we're going to use this beautiful crystal that my partner got for me, I believe last Christmas. Wonderful. So this is basically you're born and you have this self-worth. Ta-da! Wonderful. It's so natural for you that you're not even aware that you're born with it, right? It's just as you are. You're born with lungs. You're not like, oh my gosh, I can breathe. I have lungs. You just are doing it, right? So you have worth. So when the situation comes up, right, the origin of the lack of worth or the origin of where worth, would be confirmed because it's already here. But that moment that adult didn't validate and celebrate who you were, they didn't see that need and meet it, right? What happened, I'm going to use this extra fancy towel. Please don't try to be too loud. You are like, oh, I'm not worthy. If I was worthy, that they wouldn't have shown up. So it's basically covered. So you can't see it, just the same as there's a David Bowie poster behind me, but I can't see it right now. You can see it. Maybe I need to go this way. I hope in one of those shots, we'll go again. I hope in one of those shots you could see it, but I can't see it. It doesn't mean it's not there. I just can't see with my eyes, right? I have to be aware of its existence in order to be able to look for that, right? So when you're little, you cover it up like, oh man, I was supposed to get this thing or I needed this thing. And so I'm thinking, shit, I'm not valuable. So basically putting on this Harry Potter cloak of invisibility, use your imaginations if you will, please, thinking it's not there. And this whole time you're looking out into the world because you weren't validated for who you were, you're looking to do something to get the external validation because that mechanism basically has a little distortion in it. So what I want you to see today is that your self-worth has always been there, okay? It's not negotiable. You don't have to earn it. You just have to be aware of whatever experience happened, so that, and you don't even have to go back to the specific one, but like, okay, what if it were true that people weren't there for me when I was a kid and I thought I didn't mean anything? Whoops, I misreasoned. I need to reevaluate that situation with my adult mind and realize, shit, I was born with worth. You can't actually take this away from me. I can agree with the other person that I don't deserve this or that I'm not this, but my agreement is what's signing that over. I don't have to get validation from outside of myself because this is non-negotiable. Now, if I'm not paying attention, if it's outside my awareness, like David behind me, all I need to do is become aware of its existence, that the reason I don't feel it and the reason I've been acting off of this old mechanism, which is I wasn't celebrated as a kid, I wasn't validated as that. I think I need to do something. That's how I'm identifying that if I do, then I can get the validation, then I can feel worthy. Oh shit, okay, that mechanism got a bit distorted, shit hit the fan. Okay, I'm gonna reevaluate that situation. I'm gonna see that I've always been worthy. I've always had meaning in the world and I've always had value. The more I start to connect and reevaluate those situations, not pretend they don't exist, go to that painful situation, realize the reason it's so painful is because it's been processing in your mind and in your body for so long, and you've been giving it that acceptance of truth because you were a kid when it happened. You didn't know any better, and now you do, and you can re-reason, give it a new value, give it a new meaning, remove the power it's having over you, and realize validation can only come from you. That is the validation that you seek. And it's your worth has always been there, your value. You're deserving to feel love, deserving to feel that abundance in your life. As you start to see and give that new term and that new meaning and that new value of you, you're giving it to you, the more you'll start to see it reflected in the outside world. The reason I suggest going back to that original memory to re-reason on it is to start basically the thing that's feeding the subconscious belief. You're going to just start cutting the cord of its feeding. And that basically is like, shit, if that was never real, why would I even believe that? Because that was an illusion. That was essentially a distortion, a distorted view that gave me a lower meaning. And I can now say, no, that's actually not what happened. I can see as an adult that Santa, sorry to burst your bubble, but Santa's not necessarily real, okay? But as a kid, a lot of you watching maybe did believe that, and then you upgraded your beliefs. They weren't bad, but they didn't serve you. And upgrading that belief can serve you to point out and let you see your real worth, your value. It never went away. You just were not aware of its presence. So what to do? Decide for yourself right now what your worth is. Go back and start to think, why did you feel that you weren't worthy? As you start to reevaluate those moments, step into them, give that part of you that's been hurting comfort and love, and realize that you have a chance right now as an adult to redefine who has power and value over you. Is it you, or is it the caretaker or person in your life that happened when you were a kid? You have the power to take that situation back, reevaluate on it, and decide that you are worth this, that those memories were distortions. You misreasoned on them as a kid because you were a kid, and you have a chance to reinterpret that, take back your meaning, take back your worth, because it's been there all along. You no longer have to subscribe to other people's view of you or interpretation of you. You are worth it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, click that link below if you haven't done so already. Join this community. We would love to have you. If you found value in this crystal seeking video, I really encourage you to watch this one as well. I picked it out just for you if you like this video. So I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next one.